This is a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Summit. And by now, most people do know they refreshed this for the 2026 model year with a new engine. I borrowed this SUV from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. This is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see some of the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. So as I mentioned, this is a Summit. Base price is $62,195. And then this is going to be a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause so you can see more. Now, starting off the options is the Advanced ProTech Group 4 for $995. Has the windshield wiper de-icer, heads-up display, night vision with pedestrian and animal detection, and then the interior rear-facing camera. Obsidian package gives you like the dark accents for $2,000, and then destination charge is $1995, and they have a total price of $67,410. And then here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. So what did Jeep do? Are you guys ready for this? Back in 2024, I did a video on an Summit Reserve with the high altitude package. The Obsidian package basically replaces that, right? Now, with that being said, if you look at base price of both SUVs, the 2026 costs $3,515 less than 2024. So that's pretty good, right? But it gets worse if you consider the options. Are you ready for this? Now, the one that I'm going to show you had rear seat entertainment. I'm going to take that off of the price just for a second because this one doesn't have that. That one costs $13,755 more than this 2026. And if you want to make it apples to apples, if I take off the V8 option, it would still cost nearly $10,000 more for a 2024 if you're comparing the MSRPs of these SUVs. That is insane. That just goes to show you the price gouging that they were doing back then. Not just Jeep, everybody was doing it. And now the prices have come down significantly. So this is a good time to buy a Jeep. Now, what do you guys think about this beautiful color? I like it. It's just something different. You know, I'm tired of seeing white, black, gray, 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 white, black, all that stuff. It's just nice to see something a little bit different. And on the front end, they did refresh the headlights, and then the lower fascia has a nicer design to it as well. I guess it's like more curved, like right here, I would say. You can see how they integrated the front parking sensors. You also have one here, so if you're pulling into the garage, and I would say decent ground clearance as well. High gloss black finishing up here. A little bit of gray accents. I like that too. I want to say they call this titanium. There is a camera with a sprayer. And then I believe this is for your adaptive cruise control. Night vision is right here. So a lot going on the front end of this SUV. But overall, I think most people will not be able to notice a big difference on the refresh of this Jeep. Now, this one does have the air suspension, double wishbone, independent front suspension. And then here are the tires, which are the Goodyear Ego Touring 275/45 21-inch wheel, 5 lug. I like the wheel design. This is like a signature Jeep look. I think back in like the 90s, they had something kind of similar to this wheel. This one does have that black roof, which really does set off this color too. They do paint the fender flares. And then here's that Grand Cherokee badge right there with that American flag. Gloss black mirror caps. Actually, let's do something real quickly. I want to show you guys the lighting, and then we'll jump back into the video. So here's a look at those front headlights. Turn signals. Fog lights down below. Turn signals on the mirrors. And sometimes they'll put little lights in here, but I don't feel that they put lights in the door handles for this Grand Cherokee L. And then here's a quick peek at those tail lights too. We also have this high mount here. You do have blind spot alert, heated mirrors, puddle lights, smart key for the front and rear doors. And let's go ahead and check out the roof really quickly. So You have the twin panel shark fin right there. And then this is where we're gonna fill up at. It should still have a 23-gallon fuel tank. Out back, they do have a parking sensor off to the side. I like that. And yeah, the front looks a little different. The back looks the exact same to me. So I might have to pull keys to a 2025 and show it side by side, because it's kind of hard to really see a big difference with these SUVs. Now you have a camera here and here. That's gonna be for the rear view mirror. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop this. I like how they hide the hitch down below here. Oh man, look at this. It's probably plastic here, but it has like a metal look to it. They do bring the carpet up a little bit higher, which is nice, because when you throw stuff in here, plastic always gets scratched up. So it's a nice attention to detail that they do that. A little bit of pocket storage here. Power, third row, and you don't have to hold the buttons, although this one on this side may not be able to go all the way down. Subwoofer, and below the floor here, you have a little bit of storage. USBs, cup holder, and I like that they give you the perforated leather and diamond stitch on that third row. Sometimes manufacturers will cheap out back here, but they don't do that on the Jeep. You can also see the air vents too. They don't put them on the roof, which gives you better headroom. A little bit of lighting. There's a camera right there. Lights on the back of the tailgate. I'd like to see lights here too, but they do have one off to the side. And you can drop that second row too with that 12-volt power plug right there. They give you 3 seconds to get from underneath the tailgate. And then here's a nice side view of this Grand Cherokee L. My favorite thing about these inline 4 turbocharged engines is how the manufacturers fanboy for them. There's nothing exciting about this. This is nothing new, but they have to get people excited because they know people are gonna complain, like myself. But I'm gonna give Jeep the benefit of the doubt, simply because their Hurricane Inline 6 is a beast. Now, I gotta read some stuff to you because I don't want you guys to think that I'm fanboying, because yeah, this is pretty comical. So they say on the press release, the Hurricane 4 Turbo marks the industry's first high volume application of turbulent jet ignition technology to improve power and boost efficiency. The innovative system ignites a small amount of fuel in a cup-like pre-chamber atop each cylinder. The burning fuel expands and jets into the combustion chamber, triggering a faster and more complete burn of the air-fuel charge. With this technology, engineers accomplish a more efficient, cleaner combustion. This allows the Grand Cherokee to both improve fuel economy while never sacrificing power. So they did do something a little different. Hopefully that means this is like direct import injected. Right, I hope so. But regardless of it, this engine does have 324 horsepower, 332 pound-feet of torque, and that's 162 horsepower per liter. They also say they have up to 520 miles of range with this new engine. Now, what's behind it is the 880RE Chrysler built transmission. So we'll have to see how that does over the course of time. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Jeep did not have to touch this interior because they were already first place against any of the competitors. I don't even know all the competitors for the Jeep, but I can just assure you first place here. And let me explain what I mean by that. Look at the big wood treatment that they give the door here. And you can feel how porous it is. You have this satin finishing here, massage seats, seat memories right there, and you have the power folding outside mirrors. Auto up and down for front and rear windows. That is a big plus for me because I don't like holding the buttons. Diamond stitch leather, 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 all down here. You can see the stitching. They do such a great job on this interior that it's really hard to even look at the competition. Macintosh 19 speaker. They do illuminate this too, which is really cool. And, oh yeah, by the way, you do have an illuminated kick plate here. 16-way seats. For all of us tall people, yes, they give you thigh support. So these seats are beautiful and supportive, comfortable, and you have massage function. I mean, like, it just goes on and on and on and on. You can also adjust the bowstring, so if you want it a little bit tighter, you can do that as well. And then just check out again the attention to detail. You have like this piano black, this like satin finish right here, power steering column. Here's some of your lighting controls, electronic parking brake, and look at how they position that start button too. That was a really nice place for that. Let's check out the passenger side. Seat memories on this side, 16-way seats on this side too. Leather wrap dash, more leather wrapping here. This is actually like a soft touch too, dare I say leather wrapped. And then you have like this velvet material for this. I like that. Now let's go ahead and put it in accessory mode. Now this actually turns off the screen, and then up here you have your passenger screen. So if you listen to your own music or you want to watch a video, they do give you an HDMI for the screen right here for passenger. And that way you can watch movies on this side. Or if you want to put in an address while the driver's driving, the co-pilot over here can do some of the other things that would keep the trip safe, I guess you can say. And then cameras are right here. So if you want to be nosy and see how good or bad the person driving can actually park, you can have that option too. The fam cam can be seen from here, so you can check on the kids, on the cargo, and back to surround view. If you want to turn it back off, you can do that up there. Here's some of the controls. This is like a self-parking. Parking sensors can be disabled. Caution lights, traction control, lane keep assist can be disabled, and your auto stop start can be disabled too. Here's that camera for this mirror. And then here are the vanities. All the suede A, B, and C pillars have the suede. I like the look of it. Up here, I like the way they designed this too. You can close this screen here for that twin panel. Out back, oh, I like that they give you the curtain still. This is like a small thing for some people, but I like the idea of having this. In the comment section, would you buy this over like the GMC Acadia? Just something to consider. I might have to pull one of those and bring it over here. Now you can recline this second row seat. Out back, you have heated and ventilated, I mean, come on, heated and ventilated seats in second row. Also dual climate control back here. So this has 4-zone climate control. And this is your center armrest. Deep storage there, they do illuminate that too. And then cup holders. Yeah, this is definitely a really nice SUV. You can see the Type-C USBs, 150 watts. Has that house style plug. They do illuminate those Macintosh speaker grills here too. And here's the air vents on the side. Let's quickly go through this and let's drive this thing. I'm not sure if you can see the heads up display, but this does have that too. So that's a 10.25-inch screen. This is a 12.3, and I believe this is a 12-inch screen as well. Now, if you want, if you push this menu button here, it'll pop this up for you. Where is the night vision at? I'm having like a brain fart here. I think it might be under, so yeah, they do have navigation here. This is for like your off-road. Air suspension, you can control it right down below here. Drive modes, cup holders, in case I didn't show this to you guys. You have storage there, and then deeper storage there. But yeah, let's go ahead and find that night vision. It is right here, driver assist. There's your night vision. Big screen on this too. I like that. And then they give you some temperatures that you can monitor if you're towing a trailer. Oil light can be reset, tire pressure, stop start. Now on this screen, here's your home. Let's see, you can still move things around on that side menu. So that used to be down here, now it's on the side. I don't think it matters. I think either way is fine. If you go to vehicle, You can drop the headrest. You have that fam cam, so you can see it here too. You can even, I think, like zoom in too. So if you have teenagers back there kissing, you know, you can say, hey, what you doing back there? Although never mind. So right here on the comfort, you can do front and rear, so you can control the climate, and then your massage is in the center there. You turn it on, boom. You can do it from here, or you can do it on the side of the door for both sides. Also, they have 5 different settings, 3 levels of intensity. We'll check those out a little later. Here's that full screen navigation. I do like that they still give you buttons off the screen for your climate control. Nice. And I'm ready to take this thing for a drive. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll see how well this 4-cylinder performs. Is this 4-cylinder going to be a disappointment? That's a good question, right? I'm always a fan of having a V8, but sometimes these 4-cylinders will shock you, especially if Mopar's making the 4-cylinder. The Hurricane engines in the trucks and obviously the larger Jeeps have proven to be really good in terms of performance. So let's go ahead and hop on the highway. That's the first thing we got to do. But I have to remind you guys, these things are so comfortable. And as I said earlier, that Pentastar V6 wasn't that great. So this is probably going to outperform it everywhere. So let's see. Okay, not bad. I will admit though, like, I want to see how it does from 0. So maybe we'll go back the opposite direction and I'll give it a wide open throttle for that. But yeah, this rides as you would expect, very comfortable. A little bit of wind noise, but it's not bad. We're going 80 miles an hour on these 21-inch wheels. I mean, come on, like, this is truly one of the best mid-size SUVs in the segment. And the refresh interior, it works. They didn't have to do anything, right? This interior was probably at the very top of the food chain, and they just added just enough to just make it look a little bit nicer. So if you already own one of these, you will probably notice some of the nice difference. I love where they put this. That's probably my favorite thing. That really does make sense where they added that push button start. So like I said, let's go ahead and go back the opposite direction. I'm going to try to pull over so you guys can see start from 0 on how well this thing picks up the boost. All right, here we go. It's okay. It's okay. It's still gonna be better than that 6-cylinder at these higher altitudes. You guys see those beautiful mountains over there? That's always going to affect performance here. Now, I did not have it in sport mode, but in the future, what I'll do is we'll do a performance test. I think they still have a few more Pentastars here, but yeah, this thing really handles well. You guys see it does have some autonomous driving. The massage seat function works amazing. These heated seats, you're probably gonna catch your pants on fire if you don't turn them down at some point. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door and see if anything changed there. If you plan on putting this in your business name or towing a trailer, these numbers might be important to you. Gross axle weight rating out front, it's gonna be 3,200 pounds. The rear is 3,800 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6,700 pounds. 21/9 wide wheels, and then all-in payload capacity is 1,100 pounds. Tire pressure is 36 psi all the way around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, this is a lot cheaper than it was just a couple years ago. I don't know what it was for 2025, but you can go back and watch some of my videos and just kind of see how the pricing has progressed over the years. It's very interesting what this thing has for the price point against some of the competitors. I'm telling you, I'm shocked that more people don't buy Jeeps, because if I had to buy an SUV in the future for my wife, this is high on the list.